Okay, welcome back. This is Nightmare1 here with my preview of the public test server for the new Skill Tree. I'm a little late in the game. I've been on a business trip all week and just now got back to where I can actually access the Skill Tree. So a lot of people already have a lot of information out there. There's been some hot discussion topics on the forums. This is just going to be my own analysis of it. Nothing particularly fancy. We'll just get right to it. So let's look at this summoner. I've already got it sitting here. Interesting. So they just call it a cool shot 18. They got rid of the 6. 4 consumables. So you get 1 consumable slot. Wow, so you can get, I wonder if you can get 4 cool shots. Wow. I don't need cool shot on this mech. So we'll run with, there are priorities, okay. It just somehow, okay, so it's all the same thing, you just gotta look at whether you're paying C bills or MC. This mech should be completely ready to go, so we'll do that, and now we will get out of consumables. The only thing I don't like is how it hides, so you can't drag it, so PGI needs to work on this, because it hides the loadout option in the select mech. So if I wanted to just go straight to select mech from here, I can't. I gotta click here and then here. It's just extra button clicking. Alright, so skills. Let's look at this summoner. And yep, current mech, yep, alright. So PGI changed the skill tree by taking a lot of the the skills that were present in like firepower, for example, and consolidating it into one tree. And they did the same thing for survivability and agility in the attempt to counteract boating. And also PGI said that they wanted people to think more before they just unlocked. Well, more on that in a minute. For now, let's start on firepower. Hide that for a minute. Alright, so first off you get range. Laser, 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 laser. Wow, okay. Interesting, so lasers to the left. Wow, okay, this is interesting. At first look, my initial reaction is mixed. I like the idea that you gotta invest a little bit to get returns. I don't like the fact there's some junk nodes, like range. Okay, so 1.5% range bonus is like nothing. If you're gonna go for missile, to get the crit, you gotta go there. Let's see. Missile rack, what is that? Adds extra missiles. That's not bad. So spread. So to get to a single spread, if you want to reduce the spread on your missiles, which is a piddling 1.5 for one of them, you've got to purchase 1, 2, 3, 4 junk nodes. Now, obviously, having extra crits is a good thing. I mean, I'm just saying, if you wanted specifically to just focus on spread and nothing else, you have to buy 4 junk nodes. If you want to do just crits, you got to buy 1, 2 to get to your crits for missiles. So let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You'd have to buy 17 nodes to pick up all the crits. 17 nodes to buy 5 nodes, basically. So you're having to buy 12 junk nodes in order to get the 5 you actually want. Now down here, this summoner, for example, desperately needs Gauss, so the velocity actually helps with that. Cooldown will help a lot, and then we've got the charge ups all the way down here, which is good. So really, for the Gauss, there's no junk going on your way to Gauss, I would say. Cooldown is 0.65. How many cooldowns are there? 10 cooldowns, my goodness. So it's almost impossible to collect 11 cooldowns. So it's going to be absolutely impossible to actually collect all the cooldowns if you want other nodes besides just cooldowns. Because to get to them, you're going to invest an unearthly number of nodes. Jan chances are like all 1%. They're all on the outskirts, so it's almost impossible to reach. Magazine capacity, it's tough to get to as well. Range, really for ballistics, all I'm seeing is LBs. All I see in ballistics is LBs, GOS, and UX is really it. Everything else is a global. So you can pretty much, if you don't have GOS, UX, or LBs, you can pretty much just ignore the entire ballistic side. SRMs are a big one. I'll probably invest heavily in those myself. Well, missiles in general, mainly because I use lots of SRMs. Those are good to have. And you get a lot of heat gen buffs, which are always good to have, as well as some ranges, which are nice. If you want to go lasers, yeah, some nice duration bonuses there. I only see laser though, nothing on pulse laser. So all you can get for lasers are durations, and it only affects laser, it says. It does not affect pulse laser in the description. So again, lasers, pretty anemic. This tree is actually rather underwhelming. So really, the skills here are mostly global for all intents and purposes. I see the most rewarding as being the missile tree, just offhand, in terms of specialized bonuses. And then, of course, the GOS for those that like to run GOS. What it comes down to is you're going to have to sit down and pencil whip this skill tree to decide the optimal nodes that you want to get what you need. So I personally tend to run hot builds. So for me, heat generation is a big deal. I really need heat generation. So I'm going to have to really sit down and work on getting my heat generation. I like cooldown, but there's no way I'll ever get all the cooldown. And to be honest, I probably won't even try. I'll probably wind up just picking some up as I go to after the heat generation. Well, one good thing is I don't see any velocities over here on the laser side. I would have been concerned if they had velocity nodes. Well, I'm already concerned, but I would be more concerned if I saw velocity nodes over here on lasers. It looks like they did an okay job of keeping all that separate. Alright, we'll go on to survival now. This one I'm really worried about because they said that they're going to make some changes here. Alright, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You should not have to buy shock absorbance or AMS overload to get the skeletal density. For one thing, almost nobody runs AMS. Now, I understand this is probably going to change because of the new stuff and the missile buffs and the fact that people won't have radar derp. Fine. But shock absorbance is pretty much a universally useless skill. It's really only good for light mechs or jump jets. So this summoner can certainly benefit from it. But if you're careful with your jump jets, you'll never need it. So in order to get the skeletal density, I have to purchase at least one junk node. Now the reinforced casing is nice, reduces the chance of crits by 1%. Yeah, that's good. I still consider it a junk node since all I want is skeletal density 1. I have 2 junk nodes to get to the one I actually want. So let's see what happens if I actually want to get over here. Well, the structure is actually secondary to the armor anyway. So let's see. Armor hardening is here, here, here. Wow, it's spread all over the place. If I want to get armor hardening, all of it, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15. To get 5 nodes, I have to unlock 15, so I have 10 junk nodes. That is actually more than 10%. That's actually right at 1/9 of all of my nodes in order to get all of the armor. And a good portion of those are going to be shock absorbance. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 levels of shock absorbance, which are absolutely useless. I just don't know what to say, PGI. You're taxing us 10 nodes in order to make us in order for us to actually purchase the 5 we need. Of the 10 we're purchasing, 4 of them are absolute junk. The 6 that remain give some decent bonuses, like skeletal density. It's not bad. That'll help. Reinforced casing, you know what? That's a good one. Not bad. It reduces crits. Fine. But I mean, agility. Again, same thing. PGI went and said, "Oh, we're going to increase the number of nodes because everybody was using them. We don't want people to fully benefit from it." Well, let's see. Kinetic Burst, in my opinion, is a necessary skill, as is Hard Break. Let's see how long it takes to get all of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember this one. This is our marker. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're back here at number 6. We have 7 total, but I come back to 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10. Alright, I got 10 right here. 11, 12, 13, 13? Is that it? Looks like it. So 13 nodes in order to get all the kinetic and hard breaks. How many of those are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I did not count that right. 12, 13, 14. 14 to get about 10. So you got about 4 junk nodes. This is a little better. But you still got stuff like torso pitch and let's see, torso yaw. I mean, these things don't really hurt you, but they don't really help necessarily if you're going for agility. Now, if you actually want to get speed tweak, which is a very critical skill, you're gonna have to come all the way to the bottom. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 speed tweaks. 5. I'm sorry, I counted torso speed as a speed tweak. There's 5 speed tweaks. Number 5 right here. To get all 5 speed tweaks, a highly critical skill, you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 nodes if you went straight for speed tweak and didn't try to pick anything else up. Again, you're getting taxed 10 nodes for the sake of 5. It just doesn't make sense, PGI. Overall, this tree is a little bit better. Most of the skills do provide some decent bonuses, even the ones you have to pick up. So if I were to go through here, let's just go ahead and do it. Let's see, I need to use GXP. Yeah. Alright, boom, boom, boom. Let me some kinetic burst. Arm pitch is about useless. I really like my anchor turn, but I don't think I'll be able to purchase it. Oh, you can't go up. You gotta unlock yaw. Wow, so that's even more difficult. So my previous counts are actually worse than what I was representing, based on that. Ooh, that's no good. Look at my stupid arm pitch. Wow, PGI, what hath thou done? So in order to actually purchase all the skills that I really would like to have here, there's 40 nodes. I've got to purchase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have to purchase 32 nodes. I'm sorry, mobility. Yeah, I have to purchase 32 out of 40 nodes in order to get the necessary agility bonuses that my summoner needs to be effective. This is 24. I miscounted. So that's 40. Oh, some of these are locked right here. I see the little symbol. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay, so that would be better. Yeah. So let's go back to survival. I don't run AMS on this, so I'll get shock absorbance. Yuck. So where do I want to go next? I really want the armor hardening. I just get those for now. I gotta have something. Pardon the sneeze. I gotta have something for everything else, so I'll just get half of the hit points that I feel I should get. And then they hide the other Gauss charge. See, this right here is how it should be. 4 in a row, and the 5th should be right here. That way you can come through and grab all the ones you need at one run. There we go. Once again, I don't need these energy buffs since I'm not running a laser. I'm only running a PVC and a Gauss rifle. But I would have to buy junk nodes to get to the cooldowns, which are what I really do need. Velocity will help. Pick up those. That one. Alright, that's all I'm going to invest here. Let's see, I've got 54 allocated, I've got 91 total. Ouch! Jump jets, let's look at these. Our jump jet's got some nice buffs. These are actually pretty cool. Reduces heat, increases burn time, forward thrust, that's actually pretty cool. That's really cool. Alright, we're going to experiment. I'm going to buy these. Just to get the lift speeds so that we can see what that does. I'm not going to purchase any more because I don't want to waste too many nodes there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got about 30 nodes left, roughly, rounded. Alright, these are important. Heat containment. Cool run. Those are important. I went with gyros to help me shoot while jump jetting. I'm going to see how that works out. Speed retention is alright, but I don't typically lose legs. I typically die before that happens. I gotta buy so many junk nodes to get my heat stuff. It's probably good enough. Took a chunk out. I don't really like spending that many. Sensors are important in my opinion. I really like target info gathering. I'll pick that one up just because it's right there. I like having extra sensors. Advanced zoom is nice. For this specific mech anyways. Again, radar derp is completely buried, as is ECM, so in seismic, so it's like you would almost never get to it. Your light mechs would have to invest heavily here and take a major penalty on other trees, which really is unfair to them. Never hurts to have an extra consumable. I've got 11 left. Something tells me that consumables have been nerfed. Just looking at this. There's no way these are on top of the stats we have in game right now. I'm not going to go into this though. I'm just going to grab what I got. Exactly 11 left. Alright, let's go back here and start looking at some other stuff. This isn't as bad as I had expected, I'll admit. However, there's still so much junk that you have to get. PGI really needs to reconsider how they're interlocking everything. Instead of interlocking everything like this, they should have, say on armor, they should have armor, They should have armor hardening, and then have it split between the rest of armor hardening and the reinforced casing. Let me take that back. Casing is really more of a structural thing because their crits are dealt to structure. So they should have a tree that says hardening right here. All your hardening is lined up. They should have a tree that says skeletal density, and then it splits into reinforced casing and skeletal density, and that one's alone. Your third tree, all of this under armor structure again, your third tree has your AMSs. Your fourth tree has your shock absorbents. And that's it. 4 separate trees under this one tab. One of them splits because it's 2 related, skeletal density and reinforced casing. 2 related skills, so it has a T, or a Y rather, and you can go either way. But you can get exactly what you need without purchasing junk nodes. Same thing for firepower. Have firepower, weapons, then have your cooldowns, have your range, have your laser duration, have your Gauss charge, and then have your LBs. I mean, have all your stuff as individual single lines, and if some of them interrelate, like well, let me take it back. Have your generic quirks as single line trees. Take your missiles and have a single missile node, and then have it tee off into 2 or 3 lines underneath it. Individual trees. Again, don't interconnect them with this weird web stuff. Just have them straight down the line. Kind of like how Star Trek Online does it. And that way you can choose exactly what you need to best benefit your mech. Same thing here. Put your kinetic burst and hard break, since they're both factors of acceleration, in one tree. Have a single kinetic burst and have it come off in like a split Y. Have the rest of the kinetic burst and the hard breaks all connected to that initial one. But don't interrelate them. Just have 2 standalone trees connected at the apex. Then have your torso speed, your torso pitch, your torso yaw, and all that, and a second tree next to it. I mean, group them by relation, and don't, like I said, don't cobweb it here. Just have, like, these are straight down, boom, boom. These 3, if they were straight down, would be great. This is not good because you're forced to go left or right, and you can't reconnect until arm pitch. And then you got all these other cobwebs here. You can't go straight from arm pitch to torso. You got to take kinetic or anchor in between. I mean, I think you see what I'm saying. There's a lot of, I mean, this needs a straight bar between it. There's a lot of stuff that prohibits you from navigating these trees without being forcibly taxed. Alright, I'm going to experiment with this mech, so I'm going to put the rest of this into jump jets. See, the vectoring right here is perfect. This is exactly what I'm talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row, all directly connected. None of this hop skipping around. You can go straight through the vectoring tree. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's what we need. Heat shielding should be the same way. Should have a line straight down. Boom, 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 boom. Straight down the heat shielding tree if that's what you need. Lift speed should have a line here. That's what I'm talking about right there. You shouldn't be forced to zigzag. You should go straight down, pick out what you need, vent. I think the jump jet tree is the best designed out of all the trees right now. Just looking at it right now. It still needs some help. It still has room for improvement. But it right now, out of all of the trees, is in the best shape in terms of navigation and purchasing what you need. You don't have to buy a lot of junk nodes to get what you need. That's a good thing. Alright, I've got 6 left. Two more. Was able to pick up a couple radar derps. Alright. We'll roll with that. 5.5 million. Ouch. Alright, let's take this bad boy out there and see what it can do. First off, testing grounds. I'm sure my triggers and everything else are not correct. changed a lot of them, so I need to kind of refresh myself on what I'm doing here. Good water. Alright. Looks like they fixed the acceleration bug. Good.
Target acquired.
Well, the cooldown is definitely slower than in the public right now. Public server, I mean. Jump jets don't feel all that different, to be honest.
Fuel at 0%.
Oh shoot. I forgot what my all stop. There it is. I forgot I changed, I forgot C is actually originally center legs to torso. Alright, let's just try the jump jets. It really does move me forward.
Artillery strike online. Fuel at 25%.
Interesting. The jump jets are kind of neat. I don't see a humongous difference. It's just kind of a cool difference.
Fuel at 25%. Fuel at 0%.
Biggest help is probably getting across chasms. Forget what the forget what the RD strike key is. Nope, don't quit. I want to test the RD strike. That didn't work.
Artillery strike activated.
Whoa, much wider spread. Still rather useless.
Target destroyed.
Alright, we'll try this in a fight now. Maybe we'll get lucky and bump into some other testers. And I've got a feeling, based on PGI's last notice, that the light mechs and their agility got nerfed significantly, which is going to make an already underused class even more underused. Not really sure what PGI is thinking, but oh well. Nobody really knows what PGI is thinking. Doggone it. Stupid phone I connected to charge the computer and it decided to kick me off the game. Well, it doesn't look like I'm going to find a match at this rate, so we'll just go back to mech labbing. Alright, let's do a light mech now. Inner sphere, since those tend to be the fastest and most agile. We'll try the Commando 2D, since it's one of the most agile ones that lacks jump jets. Alright, consumables. I forgot. So let's see, we go to skills. Hide this. Alright, we'll come back to weapons. First we want mobility for the light mechs. Important. So I had to invest a full third of my skills into the agility tree just to get my light mech where it needs to be. Not good. Hmm. 50. I've only got 41 left. Not good. Let's go for the ECM. Okay, I got most of the important light mech skills now. Alright, I can now fuel 2 UAVs, which is nice. Alright, we've got a few left. Secured operations. Not very many left. Only got 4 left. Let's see what I can do with missiles. Can't really get anything in missiles. Except the high explosive. So yeah, light mechs are going to get nerfed pretty heavily. In order to get the necessary hit points and agility, can't do much else. So what happens if I get rid of that and just unlock consumable? I go UAV duration, so that's an important one. That gives me 3 more. Give me some slight bonuses, so we'll go with that. See what happens. I don't really like how this is set up though, because in order to actually get your commando to a point where it has the necessary mobility, agility, and survivability, you have nothing left over for weapons or consumables. It's really way too much of a this or that. It doesn't give you really any options other than Yeah, if you're going to take what's absolutely necessary, we're going to prevent you from having anything extra on top of that. So let's go here, load out, consumables. I've got two. We'll put a advanced UAV. Put a coolant flush just as an in case. I don't know how hot this mech will be. Well, actually it says 2.0. Never mind. We'll go with priority arty strike. And we'll go to testing grounds, canyon, boom. Here we go. What? What loadout is this on my Commando 2D? This is madness. I've never run this mech with that loadout before. It's always had 3 SRM2s on it. What hath thou done? Alright, somehow PGI messed up my Commando 2D. I don't know how they did it. I've never run a narc on this Commando. Ever. No wonder it's got a 2.0 heat cooldown. This is absolutely ridiculous. It's like they reset it to its factory defaults. Alright, we're going to put an SRM2 here, an SRM2 here, and an SRM2 here. What are the quirks on this thing? I got nothing on cooldown, 0.8%. Yuck. I do have missile cooldown, which helps. Well, this will be interesting. Crit shield that Guardian. Alright, here we go. Of course, one or more of my current skills do not apply to the new loadout. It's because PGI is useless at setting up skills. They think that skills need to be so broadband that you can't do squat. So boats are the only thing you could do. Now they've gone so generic that you can't get any skills for boats. Instead, they just need to set it up so that each tree is unique. Have all the cooldowns as one single tree, all the velocities as one single tree, so on and so forth. You can buy however many tiers of each that you want, and then you don't have to get taxed for any junk. My SRM2 cooldown still seems okay. UAV is not bound though. I want to see how long it stays in the air. PGI, you're killing me.
Artillery strike. New target acquired. UAV activated.
The arm lock button is different too. Definitely runs cool, even without all the stuff on it that I was thinking of. That's a little better than I expected. I still wish I could have picked up some more of the velocities. That would have been nice. There's already a lot of paused it again. Rats. Hate shadow play. Anyways, I'm not going to do a whole lot else since there's already a lot of other videos out concerning the subject. Suffice to say, the skill tree is improved from the last one, but there are a lot of changes left that need to be made in order to make this functional. Right now, there's just too many junk nodes. I mean, if you look at it, obviously the survivability and armor and agility. I'm sorry, this is agility. Your survival, your agility, and your mech operations are your most important trees, along with your sensor systems. You're going to invest the bulk of your nodes into those four, and then you're not going to have a whole lot left for weapons or anything else like that. It just ain't going to happen. Or you invest in weapons and armor, for example, but then you don't have anything else. So it's, I mean, in a group play environment, it wouldn't be so bad because theoretically you could have a sensors platform mech, you could have a tank, I mean, all that kind of stuff. But for solo play, which is the bulk of the players in MechWarrior, this is not going to bode well. So PGI needs to revisit this, think a little bit more about how they want to do it, and make some better trees. Like I said, the best tree on here is jump jets. As you can see, you can go vent 1 to vent 2 to vent 3 to vent 4 to vent 5, vector 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. That's exactly how it should be right there. Now just come in and add a bar and a bar and a bar, and you can go shielding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put your lift speed that's right here and right here and right here, move them over here and do them straight in a row. That's exactly how it needs to be. Do that for every one of these skills, and then it will be set. You can actually go in, choose exactly what you need. And somebody mentioned diminishing returns, so make the first one the biggest one, like 10%. Let's see right here. Where did it go? Here. So go in again with this. Each one is 3%. So 3 times 5 is 15. Make the first one 7%, and then have the last 4 decrease down until you get like 1%. So like 7, 5 is, well, actually, let's see. Make it 6. 6, 5, 4. It's going to be 15 right there. So maybe 6, 5, 3, 1 and 1, for example. And that'll give you your 15% on your lift speeds. The first one gives you the best bang for your buck, but you can continue to specialize. It just the benefit drops off as you do so, and that can offset the fact that it's all on a single tree. The current thing with all this cobwebbing, where it's all interconnected, just requires too many jump nodes. I mean, in a commando, where'd it go? You don't really need yaw. You don't really need arm pitch. You don't really need torso pitch. I mean, these skills don't really contribute that much to the commando's overall survivability. But you do really need anchor turn, you do really need hard brake, and you do really need kinetic burst, and you definitely need speed tweak. So why create all these useless nodes to tax us for node points from here, just so that we can actually buy the skills we need? And that's all I'm going to say on that. I'm going to go ahead and kill it now. That's my opinion. Who knows if PGI will actually listen? But this is it's a good step in the right direction, but it's more, well, let me take it back. It's a step in the right direction, but it's more like a staggering step in the right direction. It's not really a strong step, and PGI needs to get that fixed before they release this onto the live servers. For now, this is Nightmare 1 signing out.